guys, welcome back to my channel. So for my video today, I wanted to finish up with 2018 and start fresh with 2019. I've had a few new changes happen in January so far. First is that I got a new phone. I got an S8. So New Year's Eve, my phone broke, so I had to get a new one. So I got a Galaxy S8 and I really love it. I also got a haircut a few days ago, so I feel like my hair looks a lot fuller and healthier. And then my third change that I've made this year is I am on a no buy. I would have started it before January, but my phone, I had to replace it. I have been on a no buy. So to go along with my no buy, I wanted to pick up the loose ends from 2018 and show you what my empties were from the last half of last year. So let's just quickly get into that. I have this big Sephora bag and it's like halfway full of empties. So to quickly get just some like dumb things out of the way, I used up a couple of big notebooks. I have a few little ones that I used up recently as well, but I've just been tossing them in the recycle. My goal is to use up at least one notebook a month this year and actually really stick with that, and I just don't need that many. Next, I used up a couple of candles. This was just a light pink one. It was like a grapefruit one from the dollar store and it was really nice. It smelled really good, burned down really well. A sandal and fog gray flannel candle, and I believe it was from Winners or Marshall. Crazy good quality, like it's so nice. And the smell is just like really spicy and smoky and musty, which I really like. I only used up one hair product. It's the Batiste dry shampoo. It's the original one and it's just a travel size that I got in the mail as a sample. Usually I'm not really a fan of dry shampoos. It's just an extra step for me and I'd rather just like wash my hair, but this worked really well. I loved this dry shampoo and I would totally consider getting it again. I also used up my first sheet mask. It's the Fruits Gelato Moisture Mask in coconut. It felt really hydrating. The smell was really nice. It felt really good. You leave it on for like 10 to 20 minutes and then you just wipe it away. Whatever is left on your skin, I guess, will just keep moisturizing it throughout the night. So I love this face mask and I would totally consider getting it again. I used up two body lotions. One is the Avon Naturals Blackberry and Vanilla Body Lotion. The smell of this is crazy good. Like, it's so pretty. The only downside to this lotion was that it's one of those lotions that just kind of sits on top of your skin and doesn't really sink in that much. So as a summer lotion, I think it would have been better. This is like my holy grail all-time favorite lotion. This is the St. Ives Coconut Milk and Orchid Extract Body Lotion. It comes with a little pump, makes it super easy to use. I already have another one that I'm almost done using. The scents of like the St. Ives body lotions are all so good. These are like $6 or $7 at Walmart, so they're not expensive. They work really well. Like for a drugstore body lotion to like sink into your skin so well is just the best. So I love this one. I also used up two face lotions. One is the CeraVe, I think it's CeraVe or CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion. This was really expensive. This was like $15 or $16 from Walmart. I bought it because it was recommended so much on YouTube, but for the price, it's just like not really worth it for me. It just did not sink into my skin. Didn't notice any big differences. This one was a lot better. This is the Dove Men in Care face lotion. I really love this line by Dove. It just seems to be a really healthy brand and this worked pretty good. So if this was on sale, I would consider purchasing it again. Just have two body washes. One is the Luxe Soft Touch body wash and it smells so good. Like it's such a like classic, almost like a Fiji type of a smell to me. Like a lot of the soaps in Fiji smell like this. It's so floral. It worked really well. I also used up the Tone Petal Soft Pink Peony and Rose Oil body wash. I love the smell of this. It's like a really nostalgic smell. This is actually super affordable. It's at Walmart. I think it was like $4 or $5. The only downside to this was that I had to use like 3 or 4 times the amount, which kind of sucked, but it's like a really sweet nostalgic smell, so I like it a lot. And then this is the Down Under Naturals shampoo. It's gigantic and it was like really cheap. It has a pump, which is really nice. This is a good shampoo for if you have really dry, frizzy hair, just because it's more moisturizing, so your hair doesn't look like super crazy dry and brittle at the end. It got a little bit of moisture in it. General like couple times a week shampoo, it wasn't bad. And then I just have some makeup that I used up. I used up the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer. I'm trying out a bunch of these right now. This one was my least favorite, which is why I used it up and threw it in my empties. The formula of this is super good. It's really blurring. The only downside to this for me is that I like my makeup to look very matte. This primer has a lot of like gold shimmer in it, so when I would put it on, if I put like a matte foundation over it, when the foundation wore off, my skin would just look like gold glitter. I'm not a fan of that. So it wasn't bad, but not my favorite. I also used up the Maybelline Brow Drama Brow Gel. This was pretty good as long as you don't go nuts and use too much of it. Otherwise you get like a white buildup on your brow, but it's not bad. Added a little bit of color, held my brows in place. I also used up this Jelly Pop lip gloss by Bath & Body Works. It was in watermelon. It tasted really good. It was a super nice basic lip gloss. I also used up just this generic white chapstick that I found at home. It's like completely used up, scraped out the inside. I just wanted to use up this chapstick before it went bad. This is really sad because normally I finish off all of my products, but I couldn't finish up either of these. So the first one is this Noya lipstick in Deeply in Mauve. So it's a really dark color. It's a really messy lipstick, but the biggest problem that I had with this lipstick was that it's crazy drying. Like there's literally only this much of it that I wasn't able to use up, but I had to stop myself because my lips were getting so dry and so chapped. It was ridiculous. And then I had a really similar thing going on with this e.l.f. matte lipstick in Tea Rose. Again, I was able to use up the majority of it, but there's about this much left that I wasn't able to use up. The color was also a little bit different than I had expected. The color right there, it's kind of like a purple shade, but it comes off as a very pale purple, so it just kind of washed me out. But the biggest thing again was that this was drying out my lip. I have two face products that kind of go hand in hand. So the first is the Fiona Styles Luminous Finish Foundation. This was my everyday foundation for pretty much all of last year. This was a really good foundation for the most part. It was pretty high coverage. It looked really pretty on the skin. The only things I didn't like was the luminous finish part. I feel like if it was a matte finish, I would have been like really crazy about it, and because it's a luminous finish, I think it made it more dewy in the formula, so it was a messy foundation. It sucked that when I would wear this, foundation would get everywhere all the time, and that was frustrating, and as it wore out a lot throughout the day and would just start to look greasy. To go with that, I have the Fiona Styles concealer. It's like the brush tip one, and this one was actually a better match for my skin than the foundation. The foundation was a little bit dark, but the concealer is really, it's pretty full coverage, but it's also really light. I would just swipe it all over my face and just kind of use it like a foundation anyways, and it worked really well and I loved it. Both of these products is that they really accentuated my pores. It wasn't a bad combination and I used both every single day for the year. Pretty good, just not my favorite. And then lastly, I just have two mascaras. So the first one is the mini of the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I have always had tons and tons of these that I've been trying to work through. Every time Tarte has like a holiday set, they throw in one of these. I also got them in Ipsy bags and it's just been a lot. It's a good mascara. It like makes your lashes look pretty fluffy. I had way too many of them, so I think I'm just tired of them. And then the next one is actually one of my new Holy Grail mascaras. Really destroyed because of how much I used it, but it's the Essence Lash Princess mascara. This is like $5 at the drugstore and it works so good. Like it adds so much volume and length to your lashes. It's insane. The only downside to this was that because it's able to do all that, it's a very heavy mascara and my lashes would start to like feel heavy and go straight. So you just have to remember to curl your lashes before you use this. But yeah, this mascara is like insane. It's done more for my lashes than any other mascara I've ever used, and I will 100% repurchase it again after my no buy. And yeah, that's everything that I have for my empty. Decided to finally clear this stuff out and get rid of it and start fresh. You can comment down below and let me know, are you guys planning to do an empties this year as well? Do you have any goals for products that you want to use up? If you do, comment down below and let me know what it is you're working to declutter, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.